Hello and welcome to Football HD. Today we're going to be discussing the Premier League top 4 contenders. Which team do you think will finish top 4 within the Premier League and get that Champions League spot? Last season finished with Manchester City being crowned the champions for the fourth year in a row, Arsenal coming second, Liverpool third, and Aston Villa taking the last spot. This season, do you think Manchester United, Chelsea, Tottenham, and even Newcastle can get within the top 4 spot? Leave a comment within the comment section. Let's discuss. As we said earlier, who do you think will finish within the top 4 of the Premier League for the year 2024-2025 season? To me, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Liverpool are guaranteed a slot. But within the Premier League, nothing is guaranteed. So, let's discuss each team and see their chances of finishing within the top 4. Starting with Manchester City being the defending champion, Pep Guardiola's men haven't won the Premier League for 4 years in a row. I expected, if not to win the Premier League again, but a guaranteed spot within the top 4 slot. Since Guardiola came into Manchester City, they have never finished below the top 4 slot. Moving on to Arsenal. Arsenal challenged Manchester City for the title last season and did everything possible to win the Premier League title for the first time since Arsene Wenger left the club. But with the good run of form and everything Mikel Arteta's men threw at Manchester City, they still came short and ended the season second. With additions within their defense of Italian defender Riccardo, it is expected that Arsenal will be more of a solid team. With the way last season ended, over the summer, Arsenal were expected to add an outright striker to their squad and not just bolster their defense line, because there was so much dependency on Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard last season for a creative or magical moment. With Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus not delivering up front, an outright striker will be a top priority for Arsenal if they are to stand any chance of not just finishing within the top 4, but also challenging Manchester City for the title this season. Next on our list is Liverpool. With the exit of Jurgen Klopp and the incoming of Arne Slot, a lot of speculations are within the club. Despite all expectations, no additions has been added within the squad this summer, as no players has been bought. But with Fabio Carvalho being the major exit within the club, everyone expects Liverpool to still not just finish within the top 4 of the Premier League, but to also challenge Manchester City for the title this season, as majority of their players are still within the club. Next up on our list is Aston Villa. You are going to say, why is Aston Villa on this list? Because they are currently within the Champions League spot. They are playing Champions League football this season, so they have to be mentioned. But do you think they can retain their slot this season? A lot of people believe not. Let's go on to Chelsea. With over 40 players within their roster, Chelsea have one of the largest squads within the Premier League. But one of the major things Chelsea is lacking, in as much as having a new manager, is experience. With the exit of Thiago Silva, a lot of analysts expected Chelsea to go all out for a more experienced player to be added to the Chelsea squad. But the additions we've been seeing so far are still young players, as the new format of Chelsea recruitment is now bare for all to see. Who do you think will be the leader or the go-to person within the Chelsea squad? Do you think Reece James can stay fit throughout the season, or will Sterling step up? This is left to be seen. With Chelsea having a new manager, new tactics for the team, and everything changing, do you think Chelsea can finish within the top 4 spot? Let's wait to see how the season goes. Moving on to Manchester United. Where do you think Manchester United will finish this season? Last season, Erik ten Hag had a rough run throughout the Manchester United team. But with the introduction of Ineos to the ownership of the club, a new fresh breath of air has been blown to the Old Trafford team. Erik ten Hag's job was on the line last season, but the team was able to capture the FA Cup from Manchester City, and this gave a fresh breath of air to the manager. Do you think this season him and his team can get to within the top 4 slot? With 4 additions within the defense line, it is expected that Manchester United will at least be more of a solid team than they were last season. And this is expected to help propel them to give, if not a title challenge, but at least to fight for the Champions League slot. Other notable mentions for the top 4 slot is Newcastle and Tottenham. With additions within their squad, it is expected that each manager will propel his team to a top four or an European slot competition challenge for either the Champions League or the Europa League slot. Which of these two teams do you think will give the traditional top four teams a run for their money to finish within the top four slot? Please leave your comment below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give us a like, drop a comment, and share. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Football HD is here to give you all the analysis, reviews, and previews of matches within the Premier League and other major leagues around the world. So please subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I'm going to see you in our next video. Also, please, you can check out our other videos that are currently within the page. See you.